Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you have a great time. Today, I will share with you all to give you a perspective on my journey. We have high motivation to practice and recharge our energy to learn and maintain something for self-confidence every day. My best audience, I always feel grateful. We still have the opportunity to interact with other people. Here, we need extraordinary skill to talk, reflect, and share ideas with partners, friends, and colleagues. In other words, you need to develop your thoughts and feelings to increase your love for this country. The first Indonesian President Sukarno said, "Whoever wants to get pearl must have the courage to dive into the deep sea." This expression means that anyone who wants to get something beautiful and valuable must try as hard as possible to achieve his desire or goal. So, this session I will share Indonesian insight. I will divide it into detailed information. Here are 3 things that stand out: technological progress, a sense of belonging, and pride in the nation's noble values. Ladies and gentlemen, I grew up in a small town, and now I live in Jakarta with my warm family. All we have to do is share my knowledge, experience, and dream with all of you. I'm a professional in the field. I graduated from university. I have taught and introduced it on various occasions on my campus for several years. Also through my 3M trilogy novel. So, I concentrated on developing my speaking skill, especially public speaking. I learned to speak by participating in the competition and teaching at school. I promote my big ideas for the sake of Indonesian beloved generation. Have you ever felt concerned about the tremendous technological development? Why? And what impact will this have on our young generation? The era of rapid technological progress has almost dragged entire generation into competing to use it in socializing. This digital era is eroding local culture, values, and replacing them with foreign culture instantly. Indonesian children are more familiar with individualistic attitude than the collective culture of cooperation. Indonesian children tend to be more consumptive in updating and showing off things via Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, etc. The world is developing so rapidly with today's progress. It is a technological era. Therefore, we must prepare all means to uphold the national values and decency of the Indonesian nation. As a great nation, we must be able to be independent in the economic field, and the field of art and culture, and the field of religious tolerance and Indonesian attitude. We can do it if we are willing to move, try, unite, and be consistent from all levels of the nation. Officials provide role models are simple: speak politely, behave politely, respect others, honest, always optimistic, never give up, and do not forget the history of the struggle of the nation heroes. That's why our Indonesian values are maintained and sustainable. Ladies and gentlemen, I dream of Indonesia having an Indonesian children's home or Rumah Anak Indonesia. The function of the house is a place of shelter, a place to rest, a place to play, a place to study and discuss, and a place to worship. So, at the same time as the location of education, the house reflects the character of Indonesian children who love and are proud to be Indonesian children. Children will always uphold Indonesian culture everywhere, always feel proud and happy to promote through polite attitude and words, feel ownership, care of, and preserve it according to its capacity, Indonesian culture and character as a gateway to the world. Indonesian Children's Home can instill a sense of belonging to the nation, culture, diversity, Bhinneka Tunggal Ika. This diversity of differences gives rise to wealth not owned by another country in any part of the world. It is what must be instilled, imprinted in the mind of Indonesian children in their heart, mind, and behavior to welcome the golden generation 2045. My wonderful audience, proud of Eastern or ancestral culture, for example 5S. Are you familiar with this abbreviation? Namely, senyum, salam, sapa, sopan, dan santun, or smile, greet, polite, and manners. Other things include honestly, never giving up, respecting people, helping each other, and being friendly. The following are examples of daily behavior. For instance, greeting, saying thank you, and discipline, like punctual culture, queuing culture, and clean culture, or how to respect older people, loving younger people, and regulating the volume of your voice when speaking. Receive and give things with the right hand. Do not say dirty, rude, loud, arrogant words. Stare at the person you are talking to someone. Do not throw saliva anywhere. Do not interrupt the conversation. Do not say harsh words to other people. Dress neatly. Have a good manners. Respect differences, etc. These are things that must be instilled and owned by every Indonesian child. For example, I still remember when one of my expatriate colleagues recorded and videoed Friday prayer activities at a school of 5 religions: Islam to Friday prayer, Christian, Catholic worship, a Buddhism studying accompanied by a Buddhist teacher. The same thing applied to Hinduism. The resulting video was screened at international workshop and received tremendous sympathy. It indicates that the foreigners respect and envy the religious tolerance that we, the Indonesian people, have. Finally, the motto's Advanced Indonesian Superior Human Resources will realize by having a house and museum with an Indonesian character, where all Indonesian children and teenagers feel they belong and are proud to be Indonesian children whenever and wherever they are in the future. And this is a rhyme for all of you. If there is a well in the field, can we keep a diary? If there is a chance to meet again, can we promote the good values of this country? Thank you.